Good morning, everybody. My name is Adebayo Utsman, and I'm here this morning to quickly take us through on how to fill the form that has been sent by the Ogun State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. And here is the form. You are looking at the form on your screen, and it is from the Department of Planning, Research and Statistics, list of learners to be on board on remote learning platform. So there are informations here that is expected to be filled, and I don't want us to waste our time, but it is imperative that we listen and read and note the information. We are told not to make any alteration or merge rows, columns of this template. Your strict compliance is demanded in this respect. And we are told to copy the correct student ID number from Oxera platform, which means our students, their first name, column, sex, all this is what is expected to be filled properly here. And supposing our students are up to like about 3,000-4,000, how do we go about it? Are we going to start punching the names, the OG, the student ID, and everything? No. So Easy does it, and that is why I have come up with this video to assist us all and make our work more simpler. So without wasting our time, I'm going to take us straight to the Oxera platform, where we'll have access to student ID, first name, last name, and the sex as well. So I just click here on my browser and I type Oxera. Yes, it's also there, oxera.ogustate.gov.ng. I hit the enter key, and what do we have? It's loading. And once this is done, all we need to do is to just come to this result section. We click on result, and after clicking on result, we click on broadsheet. When we click on broadsheet, I expect us to use second term. Reason being that some school actually admitted students after the first term, so you will have an updated information. So you click here. If your school is junior school, you see junior here. If it is senior, do not hesitate to click senior. So it's just one option that you see here. Now, if you are in junior secondary school, you definitely see GS1, GS2, GS3. But if you are in senior secondary school, you see SS1, SS2, and SS3. So I hit on GSS1, and it's loading. It's going to bring all the broadsheet for all the names of the students in GSS1 out for me. It's loading. Now, while that is loading, let me quickly, okay, it has completed the task. Okay, now these are the list. You are seeing all these red color because people are still imputing score, and it's telling me that these so people have not inputted their score. So this is one of the easiest way for you to know those who have not inputted their score. Some have imputed and have not submitted, so it will still have their names here. So don't be troubled by this. This is the information that concerns us. You can see the list of the students by your left hand side, and the OG number, the ID, OG ID, the name, the sex. You can see everything here. Now, how do we now get this? Just click on this export broadsheet. Once you click on it once, you can see that everything actually goes blank. That is to tell you that it has sent a command internally, and that command is gathering the names of all the students in GSS1. You see the lower part of this system here. You see when it has completed its task, it will download it as an Excel document. So let's give it some time. Don't be in a hurry. How fast this happens depends on your internet. You can see it has downloaded the template for me, and you can see it here. So I'll just click on show all. It will take me to the download section, and I'll click on, this is it. It's for my school. All the templates we are going to be downloading for the various schools have been tagged by the school name. So this is for my school. I just click on show in folder. Once I click on show in folder, I will just double click on it. So it's loading. It's going to open this Excel document for me. You can see it's rolling. It's loading that Excel document, and it's going to open it for me once it has completed. Yes, it has done that. So I just click on enable editing. Not because I want to edit anything, just for me to have access, complete access to this Excel document. So this is the name of all the students in GSS 1. You can see altogether there are 534 according to this number. So what I'm going to do now, where the task actually comes now is that when you look at this, we have in a single column, we have the student OGID and hyphen, then the surname, the first name, the last name, and the other name. You can see, and the sex. But we are concerned about this one inside. How do we break it so that we have student ID separately, the first name, the last name, and other name separately? We can't be filling this. Let's check the government template that was sent to us. You can see, you can't paste everything here. You have to separate it first before you can begin to copy and paste it in each of these columns. To do this, we don't have much, but we don't have, there should be no stress. All we need to do is to click on the first row, number 1, in this column B. This is column B. You click on the first person here, student. You left click and you drag it. You drag it until you get to the last person, which is number 500, and you continue to drag. Use your finger to drag 534. When you stop here, there are two things involved. It's either you want to right click. You know, you left click initially and you drag it down. You right click and you click on copy. Yes, it has highlighted the first name to the last name of 530 something. So you now go to the template sent by government. We have been told not to make any alteration to this, but that doesn't stop you from using this place and you delete whatever you do later. You look at this plus icon. I want to open another sheet. I'll click on it. Once I click on it, inside this first column, I'll just click and right click again. Or if I don't want to waste my time, just press Ctrl V, Ctrl and V together. You see, it has pasted every information that I copied here. You can see it's still having the same student OG identification number, the first name, last name, and other names. You can see them. Now, how do we separate it into one? Separately, this column separately, surname separately, first name separately, last name separately, and other name separately, so that we'll be able to copy it and use it inside the original template. Don't forget that I'm working on GSS 1. So what we need to do, ensure that you have highlighted all the names as it is, like this, right? Now you go straight to this area, this menu area, which is data. Click on data. When you click on data, then you come to this text to column. Can you see this? You left click on text to column again. It opens this dialog box for you. Then you change this fixed width to delimited. Immediately you click on delimited, it's showing you that it's going to separate your document like this. You click on next. If you are using this for the first time, you can have it on tab like this. It is going to be on tab. Do not take tab. You come and click on space. When you click on space, then you click back on tab so that it removes tab. It only has space clicked. I hope you understand that, so that you don't have space and tab clicked at the same time. No, you click on tab to remove tab, and you click on space to check that it is space that you want. Then you click on next. When you click on next, it will tell you that this is the way it's going to arrange your data. Then you say finish. What happened? You've seen now that it has separated. Oh, I think I missed. Let me Ctrl Z. I missed the first person. The first person I missed. Let me see what I've copied from Ababa to Ridwan. Ababa, Daniel, Adebayo, Nifemi, Cecilia. Yes, yes. Now what I missed was that I did not include, so I'm going to start from here. And I will drag it down. How do I select? So that you don't have problem with that. Just left click and drag it to the last person. You drag to the last person. Once you drag to the last person, which is 534, you can see, then you remove your hand. What do? You click on data menu. When you click on data menu, click on text to column. Once you click on text to column, before you go to this place, I'm sorry, let me cancel this. Before you go to this place, you will discover that the column height for this first student is higher than the others. All you need to do is to come to home and click on this format. When you click on format, click on row height. When you click on row height, it brings out this dialog box. Just type 15 inside and click enter. It will align it with others. Can you see? It has aligned it with the height of others. After that, you now go straight to data. Click on data on the home page. Click on data on the menu and click on text to column. When you click on text to column, click on delimiter, delimited as said earlier. Click on next. You click on space. I said if you have tab, click on tab again so that you uncheck it, and you click on space once and you go straight to next. Then you say finish. Can you see now? It has separated everything, unlike what we initially have that I have to do it again. So this is for all the students. It has separated our information it has separated it into the student ID, the hyphen, the first name, the last name, and other name. So we can now copy and paste it in the government template sent to us. So all we need to do is to just Control C. We use the shortcut Control and C. We press the two together. You see it has selected everything. Then we go to GSS1 that we are doing. Oh, I've done something here initially. So I would have to, I'm sorry, I need to take you through how I did everything. So I would have to delete everything that I have on this template so that you'll be sure that, oh, this thing is not a problem. So I just delete. Yes, I've deleted every content on this sheet. So now what I want to do here is I have selected this, I've pressed Control C. Control C has actually selected all the student ID that is generated. So I just click on this student ID, the first column here, the first row, and I press Control and V. What do we have? It actually pastes all the student ID the same way it is here. 25, 65, 19. Let's go here. 25, 65, 19. In that order, it will not change anything if you are doing it the correct way. Now, the next column. What's the next column? The next column here is the first name. So we come to this sheet that we have created. We click on Aboaba and we left click and drag it down till we get to the last person, 530. Yes, Shoni. Then we press Control C again. Immediately we press Control C. You see that it will highlight everything that we have selected, and it is then is copied like that. We go back to GS1, the first name. We click on this first column below the first name and press Control and V together. What do we have? It has pasted all the names to the last person there. Now, the next thing is now this. Now, before let me say control. I just want to show us something. And that thing I want to show us is going to be very helpful. Look at when I pasted this in here. Can you see what has happened? It is not having this line that separates the row, as in what it is, what it has here, and there are lines that separate the rows. So it has clean here. Why? You cannot do anything here. You go back, press Ctrl Z here, it will remove. You can see the lines appearing again. There's something we have missed, and I want to quickly show you what we have missed. So what we do now is to click on Aboaba up to Ridwan here and drag it to the last name. When we do this and drag it to the last name, we drag it to the last name. Yes. Once we drag it to the last name, we come to this home and select this place, this box here. We click on this drop down arrow and we click on all borders. Yes, you see that it has added border to everything, the lines. Now we select the first person, Aboaba. This is the first name. We drag it to the last student. Once we drag it like this, Ctrl C, then we go back to GSS1 and paste it inside. You see that the lines will not disappear. Ctrl V. What do we have? The lines are still appearing, unlike what we did initially. Now, we go back and copy the last name, which is the second one here. We click on it and drag it down. We left click on it and drag down. We continue to move until we get to the last person. Yes. So we now press Ctrl C again. Once we press Ctrl C, it has copied all the highlighted names. We come to this place and press. We click on the first column, the first row beneath the column of the last name. Then we click on Ctrl V. So it has pasted all the names there. Aboaba Daniel, Adebayo Nifemi. Let's go check that up here. So you see that we have done a good job. Aboaba Daniel, Adebayo Nifemi. So we are still on the correct page. Now the next thing is the sex. Don't worry. Let's go back to our original document, which is this one. I have not closed it. So this is where you have the sex. So you click here and you drag it. You select that column completely. You continue to drag until you get to the last. You continue to drag down until you get to 534. Yes. Take it back. Then you now leave it and press Ctrl C. Once you press Ctrl C, you have actually selected what you have copied. Then you go back to our own template, the government template, and you put it here. You click on the row beneath the sex column and click Ctrl V. See, it has actually put everything there. So now for the class, this is GSS 1. Are we together? This is GSS 1 template. If this clerk is, if it is talking about arm, I would suggest that we put 1A or B there. But if they say is class, just put class there, which is 1. Once you put 1 there and put 1 here again, so you now click on the first one, drag it to the next one. That is, you left click and you drag down. So once you have highlighted these two, you now take your cursor to the base of the second row and you drag it. You drag it to the end, which means that all these ones are in GSS 1. So it autofills. Zone. If our zone, Abeokuta North, Abeokuta North. We are in Abeokuta North. So this is Abeokuta North. You can click on this Abeokuta North, do Ctrl C, and click inside the row beneath it, and press Ctrl V. Now, once you have done that, you click on the first one, you left click and drag to the second one. You can see that it has selected the two. Take your cursor to the base of the second row. Once it shows you something like a plus sign like this, tick, then you left click and drag it down. Left click and drag it down. Yes. Once you drag it down, you just leave it. It autofills Abeokuta North for you. That is done. Now, you now come back to this school. Our school is Gateway Secondary School. Ita Iyalode, Ita Iyalode, Abeokuta. Yes. Post up. Now, don't waste your time thinking that you have content here in column I, column J, column K. No, the content is only in column H. You see, once I click on column H, it shows what I've written there. It only spread to this place, but it does not mean that it is occupying column I and J and K. So when you click on column I, do you see anything here? No. Column J, nothing here. Column K, nothing here. So it means everything that we have put together is still on this column H. So you just press Ctrl C here, paste it in the row below, Ctrl V. Once you have done that, come to the first column here, click on it, left click and drag to the second one. You have selected the two. Then you now take your cursor to the base of the second row in that column where we have school name. Then you drag it. You drag it. After you have highlighted the two together, you drag it and you stop it at the last person here. What happened? It autofills everything for us. This is interesting. This is interesting. Now, the last thing we want to do here now is to put the serial number. So you put 1 here, click on the column where we have serial number, below the serial number column, click on the first row, 1, click on the second row, 2. Now, what do? Go back to 1 and highlight it. You left click and drag the two together. You have selected 1 and 2. Now, take your cursor to the base of this row 2. You see, it has changed. If it is like this, it's still very much bigger. You have not done anything. Take it to the base where we have this box. You see, it immediately changed. Then you left click and drag it to the last student. What is it going to do? It is also going to auto number all the students, even if they are 3 million, and you drag to the last column, it will do it. You see, 534. And you have successfully filled the form without any hitch. So, I hope I have been able to teach you what you're going to do on this form. Now, this form, you are not supposed to have this sheet. You know, we created this sheet. I don't want to be opening another Excel file. We created this one. It's not part of the template. So what you are going to do, you are in your GSS1 here. Just come to this place. Put your arrow here. You have not selected it. Just put it here. Now right click. Sorry. When you right click, you now click on delete. It's saying Microsoft Excel will permanently delete this sheet. This is a sheet. We don't want it. So, delete. You see, the template has returned back to its original position. As you press Ctrl S, it will save. Yes, you go back to GSS1. Don't be deceived by what happened here. I only deleted the sheet we created for the purpose of this work. So once I have completed that, I deleted that sheet. If you want to go ahead and do for GSS2, you also create a new sheet, and when you create the new sheet, what do? You go ahead and copy from the Oxera, download. You go through the same procedure just as we have done for GSS1, and you'll be able to do for GS2 and GS3. If your school is a combined school, you take the same step to do for SS1 and SS2. If you are in senior school, do for SS1 and SS2. You are not concerned with GS1, 2, and 3. But if you are in a combined school, It means you do for GS1, GS2, GS3, SS1, and SS2. And I hope this video goes a long way to help you all to fill this list of learners to be on board on remote learning platform. If you have any question, do not hesitate to put your question in the comment section in this below this video. And don't forget to like this video when you watch it, and also click on the bell icon, a notification that actually alerts you whenever I drop any video. I'm still going to upload and do more videos to troubleshoot several problems we are having with when teacher tries to actually download score sheets as well as upload score sheet. So when you stick to this channel, you'll be able to get more video that would actually put you through on what you need to do. And on this note, I want to say a big thank you for sticking together with me here from the beginning of this video to the end of this video. See you some other time, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.